well, last time we got up to the meal,
Hmm.
we completed the maze. You all got some creatures and useful items that you'll be able to use in what's coming up. So we'll start from where we ended last week, which is you all enter an opulent dining room with chandeliers and wisps around emitting lights. You enjoy a three-course meal, which you may have seen what the three-course meal is,
Hmm. Yeah.
which I I know originally Jim was gonna do it, but I was just like, just let me do it. And for some reason, AI decided to change dark chocolate into pink chocolatey, cacolatey, or whatever it says there. So, yeah. Right. And then,
Right.
Tharion, would you like to get down to business?
Yeah, as the meal and everyone has eaten has come to a close, I'll say thank you all for attending, and by doing so, implicitly agreeing to the events to come. Suffice it to say, this will be a challenging time for all of us, some more so than others, but I think it's fair to say that we all know what's at stake here. We will leave for the portal at first light. That means we have enough time to rest and recuperate.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. We will be divided into 4 distinct squads. We have information that will allow us to attack from both the back and the main entrance simultaneously. We are anticipating the greatest level of resistance will be towards the back of the building. Lord Eldracus Farinoll, Princess Azalea, you two will be in charge of the groups attacking the front. Myself and Princess Farida-Fay will be leading the groups attacking from the rear. It is our hope that a simultaneous strike will cause disillusion and disarray in their ranks, and we shall be able to meet up with each other before clearing the place out in its entirety. However, the most important aspect of this venture is to ensure the release of prisoners, more so than defeating any other ne'er-do-wells that come across our path. The reason for this is because, for those of you who do not know, many of these involved are to be victims of an upcoming ritual, a ritual which cannot go ahead if they are freed. With that said, no one is to be left behind, not if we can help it. Is there any questions from anyone before we proceed further?
Mira raises her hand and says, not so much of a question, but I feel that I need to request something from the ones going in the front, if you don't mind, Tharion.
By all means, you have the floor.
Lord Eldracus, Princess Azalea,
Hmm.
if your squads can please make sure that when you enter through the kind of, don't know if we call it reception room, but I guess that's what we'll call it. There are some very important documents in there. They are Fae bargains. If you can find them in that room, they are scrolls that you need. That it'd be preferential for my aunt for you to be able to locate them.
Cool.
Of course.
You hear in your head, Tharion, which list do you want me to send them? 1 or 2? And I believe you said number 2.
Yes.
Okay. She will get her assistant to hand out these. These are who the prisoners that you need to look for look like. There you go. back over to you, Tharion.
Indeed. You may note that there are some entries that are a little more scarce on details on that list. The reason for this is because we are all each of disparate courts. Each of us are entitled to our own secrets. Frankly, who we're rescuing is not so important as that we are. And for that reason, we will be retrieving every single person from there.
You see Paradita's eyes well up. He's alive! Sorry, she said he's alive.
For those of us entering through the back, we may be using some of the tokens that we came across in our time here in order to try and unlock those cells. Those within the first cells in the first floor that the teams led by Lord Farinoll and Princess Azalea will come across may simply require no more than simple lockpicking. The defences on the second floor will be somewhat more magical nature. They will require the use of dispelling before we could proceed to rescue those in. The third will
And
require the most
lockpicking.
powerful magics.
Sorry, second one is lockpicking as well as dispel magic.
Is that not what I said?
No.
Okay.
Go on. Sorry, go on.
With that, I do believe the general information of the briefing is at an end. With that said, all contributions are welcome as to any further ideas before we do go ahead. After all, this is only the planning phase, and we will need to improvise as problems arise. So, the floor is open to anyone.
Tharion, can you give me a perception check, please? I doubt you'll beat this. Nope. Okay. You don't notice this at first yet. I'll also do the other one. Yep, you're not gonna get either of them, sorry. Not at this point. Okay, any of you want to ask me any questions or offer any tokens? So, Mira explains as well that although the tokens will be needed for the cells in level 3 to open them, they won't need lockpicking, they just need tokens. To keep the portal open after a certain point, Nita and Ryro will need tokens to keep the portal open so that you can get out. So if there is any tokens that you would like to give to Tharion and Nita so that they can divvy them out, now would be the time. Azalea, I believe you are down to 1 because your engagement ring went missing.
Yeah, the only one I've got is the floral pin.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
if any of you want to give them, the floor is yours.
Well, I've got quite a few, haven't I?
You do, but I know that you're like a magpie. You don't want to give them up.
Oh, maybe not all of them. But...
So only the ones that are classed as tokens, not the magical items that you got in the maze, but any of the tokens that you've received that are in the token tracker, you can give.
Lord Tharion, I've got 1 token that might help. Here, you may have it.
Okay, so you give the... Okay. So we...
It is received with gratitude, Your Grace.
Thank you for all your help.
It is
Looking at mine.
Deciding which ones you want to give up. I get
Just
you.
probably
hard.
At least you stick all them with her, didn't you?
Well, she can take them with her, yeah, because them
Good
two
going.
are going to be in the level 3. So anyone who wants to give the ones going to level 3, or to need to keep the portal open so that you can leave.
Well, I don't want to give up the engagement ring.
Of
That's the
course
best
not.
one. The others are fine. We can use the others.
Okay, so the others, if you need to use them, you've got them. So,
Yeah. There's a
right,
kiss, there's a bracelet,
yeah.
and the rose. And there's another one. I'm trying to think what it was now.
Okay, so I will add them on.
We still use luckies on this bit as well.
You'll need them for the prison. You don't need to. I've already given you all long rest because I had to prep everything that's in the prison. Trev, you'll know what I'm on about. Putting everything in the combat tracker.
Oh yes.
So, Farida, are you keeping them with you so that you can use them in level 3 since you're going with Tharion?
Yeah.
Okay. So, if you use one, you have to let me know which one it is.
Okay.
So, you've got 4, haven't you? You've got the Rainbow Plectrum, the Preserve... Oh, no. Yeah, Preserved Rainbow Rose, Birds of Paradise Friendship Bracelet, and White and Gold Bracelet. Azalea has her pin. Gentlemen, is there anything that you're giving up?
I may be needing the ones that I already own.
Okay, there's... Right, I'm going to do... Let's see if someone else can find this out for you. Is her perception any good? Probably not. Nope.
Me, no, what?
So we've got those that have been added. Taggo.
So he just came in with 2 Manjaros panels and went, "Did you order Manjaros?" I'm like, "No." I should have said yes.
Ellandra. So Eldracus, are you giving any?
Well, what exactly can we get if we give?
So if you give them to Nita, that means you keep the port. It'll help keep the portal open.
I mean, we can take them.
So if you take them with you, that means you're using them on the cells. If you hand them over to Nita and Ryro, that'll help keep the portal open so that you can leave. Because after a certain point, they will have to start burning tokens to keep it open.
Then yeah, let's do that because I don't want to get stuck there.
No, you don't. I would suggest keeping the Farinoll ring on you.
Yes, I will keep a hold of that.
What was the other one that you got? The Silver and Raven Feather Quill.
Nope.
Do you want to keep that one, or do you want to...
No, I'll give that one away. That's fine.
Right, that's the other one that you've got. Okay, and I'll add that to the... Okay, so those have been given over. I will... So those are team... Okay, anything else that you'd like to discuss before you all turn in for the night? Sorry, before you all leave the meeting. Nope. Okay, just before the meeting ends, you see one of the guards whisper in Mira's ear. Her eyes go wide, and then she turns and says, "What do you mean that the prisoners are missing?" It was like black. The black appeared underneath them, and it was like they got sucked underneath. Ah, shit.
I think the entire audience goes, "There's a swear."
I apologise. It's not like me to swear. Excuse me. And she exits the room. So, right. So we'll go in the order that we had last time. We'll start with Tharion. So before you leave, Princess Paradita stops you, and she says, I want to thank you for giving me the information about my father."
Of course.
"In return, I hear you have an aviary. Is that correct?"
I do. Tending to the birds is one of the few pleasures I have outside of my duties.
My birds won't get along with this little one that I found in the maze, and to thank you for giving me the information. Meet Sapphire. Sapphire, please go with Tharion. And you now have Sapphire. And you can tell that although most of the list was redacted, you showing a Violet's name on it meant a lot to her.
Mm-hmm.
And she's trying to hold it in and not cry. You said after the meeting that you were going... so you told me beforehand that you were going to ask Lady Caz'ada Suloce and Duchess Lunaria Anua to spend some time learning some spells in the library.
If it isn't too much trouble, after all, we only do require 4 hours of rest.
So they will go and do that. And you wanted to find the High Queen, is that right? Because you wanted to ask us some questions.
I wanted some clarity, but I think matters have now changed.
So you're not... Which way are you going? Because you're first, and then it's next person on my list.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try and... It seems like Mira knows what's going on. I'm gonna see if I can have a word with Mira about what happened with the prisoners. Especially when we now know who those prisoners are or were.
Okay. You go and find Mira. You see her pacing in... She went back to her room and is now pacing in the main chamber. Ryro's trying to calm her down. What do you say to her?
Forgive me if it's been too forward, Your Grace, but it seemed to me, based on your reaction, that you might have understood what happened to our prisoners.
My mother's moved them.
To the prison which we are about to attack, or somewhere else?
I would assume so. Can I just ask, because it is your turn next, Trev, would you have also gone that way, or did you have different plans?
No, Eldracus doesn't really have any sort of definitive plans. Everybody that he would speak to or want to do anything with is here anyway.
Okay, that's fine. So continue, Tharion.
I see. Based on the other information that you took from the guards, were we any further forward with information as to the confirmable identity of our potential interloper?
You mean Lady Suloce's brother?
I do.
They did confirm that, but they weren't able. My aunt wasn't able to remove anything off him. He was taken before that could happen.
I see. Then we shall do our very best to try and return him unharmed, but I cannot promise on the blades of others.
If you can ask the squads to knock him out instead, that would be preferable for Caz'ada. She's been through a lot.
I understand. Then I hope you'll forgive me, but there's a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it in.
She nods. And we'll go to Eldracus. What are you up to?
Just preparation, really. So I would want to look at things like from a like for the first time ever, like a strategic point of view. Because if I'm part of this forward onslaught, right? If I'm attacking from the front, I'll like the distraction sort of thing.
So there was a map that has been laid out. Where you're entering, there's kind of a reception area. Then from the reception area, it goes into the cells of level 1.
Right.
And then you go, and then. Well, do you want to describe it? Because you were given the map by Mira.
Is this a building that we go up floors, or is it an underground complex that goes down floors?
So I had trouble making it as levels, so it's kind of all on one level. Sorry, but it's one big building that is supposed to be like levels. So there's
right. So, but it is still above ground. It's not like underground.
It's above ground.
Okay. Right.
But it's all very dark for obvious reasons.
Yeah, of course.
So level 1 is where you're entering. Level 2 is the middle one where hopefully you guys meet, and level 3 is high security, and then where the back entrance is kind of all the soldiers' rooms. So there's a kitchen, a sleeping area, a bathroom area.
Right, okay.
There's like all that they have to go through to get to level 3.
Right, okay. So the main focus that I would be doing at the moment, would be on like the approach to where we are getting in.
So where you get in is not far from the entrance.
Right. So basically, I would be going over all of the information of the resistance that I would meet right up to the entrance, because we've got to get there first. So if there is any reports on how many guards are there, which I don't know if Eldracus would have an idea of that anyway, with whatever information that he had.
He wasn't allowed to go to the prison for obvious reasons.
Yes, but he did know about it. So if there was anything about it, like like number of soldiers, just like generally number of guards, or any sort of information like that. If I've got it, great. If I don't, then I don't, and that's fair enough. So then it would just be a case of going around, and because we're all supposed to be fighting together in this.
So Caz'ada's been asked to go to the library to learn some extra spells. One of them is Dispel Magic.
So yeah, so then Eldracus, because he hasn't been involved in any of the planning sort of thing, and he's kind of like sticking out there a little bit like a sore thumb, because everyone that he came with, aside from the princesses, right, is all probably now out for his blood. Right, so he's a little bit isolated at the minute, so he needs to go and get to know the people that he's going to be fighting side by side with, so that he will like mingle and get to learn them, so they can learn like enough about him, so they know that he's trustworthy, that sort of stuff.
Lord Cedar would definitely do that with you, and he takes some extra time with you. Let's see if I can remember who you've got.
I've got Jara, Zobby, Paradita I've got as well. And Suloce.
Well, Suloce you've already met.
Yes.
Paradita you see is a little teary. Lord Cedar would probably go with you to speak to her, because he probably needs, like, she'll be okay by the next day. It's just she's a little overwhelmed at the minute.
Okay.
Just finding out her father's still alive, because as far as they knew, he was dead.
Yes, I would imagine that would come as a bit of a shock. In fact, I know full well that comes as a bit of a shock.
Make an empathy roll.
So I will like talk through it with her, I guess. There'll obviously be other people here, that have gone through the same sort of thing, but I've dealt with it a little longer. It's less of a surprise for me, so I will try and help, I guess.
She smiles and listens, and I don't think I can tell my elder brother quite yet. And seeing the lists, I have a brother that's in there as well. I know I'm talking to you when you've got your whole family in there. She gets a little nervous and goes, "We're going to rescue our families. I can feel it. We're going to do this. Right, Farida?"
Yeah.
Are you nervous about trying to rescue them all?
I'm nervous about seeing my father and brother again, and after not knowing that they were in there for so long. But I assume that others are going through the exact same thing. But
then may I suggest not so much a course of action, but a way of thinking that may help. You seem to be piling pressure on yourself that you are going in to free them all.
I'm not.
Don't.
I'm not hoping to free them all. I will do as much as I can do. Don't worry. I'm not a superhero. I can't go in there running around with a cape and opening all of the cells. I know that. I want to help people. That's all I've ever wanted to do.
Can I insight her, please?
Of course.
I want to insight her because just about not being a superhero. That statement, is it that she? What? Sorry, what?
Go on. Sorry.
Is it that she genuinely doesn't believe that she is up to the task? Is it?
You've just used Caz'ada's roll, by the way. No,
all right. I'll use my own, shall I? Right. Okay.
Yes, please.
I'm stretched up across both of my monitors here with all of these, so do forgive me. Ready. Skills. There we go. Insight. There we go. Can I keep hers instead?
No. Paradita doesn't seem like she would tell you a lie. If you were... One of her dearest friends is Farida, and like Farida, she tells it as it is.
Okay.
She has no reason to lie.
Right, okay. Not that I think that she would lie. It was more... is she unaware of her own potential, I suppose would be the better way to describe it. So I'll say...
she is a bit unaware of her own potential.
Right. Okay. So I will.
Even
I'll
though you
say
got
to
an
her-
11, I'll let you have that.
Right. Okay. I will actually say as such, and I'll just say, I have witnessed many people that have done amazing things, from the lowliest servant to the greatest of lords. Everyone is capable of incredible acts of bravery, and whether you believe it or not, I believe that you are extremely capable.
Thank you. I shall try and live up to that. And you also go over to Jara Zorbi, who currently is sharpening her daggers, ready.
Right, and I'll say to Jara. Well, we haven't met yet, have we? Or
Nope.
would she have been in the? She wasn't in the goblin group.
She wasn't in
I
the
met?
goblin group that you. No, you met dwarves, not goblins.
No, because I was introduced. I went to the goblins on the first one, because I was asking their advice about who was trustworthy or not. Who was the goblin? I can't remember the name of the goblin.
It was TP Crunch, I believe.
That's the one.
Yes.
Right, and she wasn't there then.
No. She looks up at you, looks you over, and goes, "Okay."
I don't believe you need any sort of pep talk. I believe you're extremely dangerous, and I'm pleased I am on this side of your blades.
You should be. There's a few in there who I'd like to get my blades on.
Me too.
And she just gives you a smile.
And I'll just leave it at that.
Yep, so that's your ones. We will move on then to Farida.
Hello.
Hello. What do you do before leaving the meeting room, or is there anything you do? Anything else?
I guess just maybe, the same as Trev, really. I was just kind of, thinking about, obviously I don't know the people that are on my team that well. The only one I really know is Serena,
and Loch. Hello, Loch.
Well, yeah, I know. Loch, he doesn't count.
You've probably met Aspen by now, who is Errol's boyfriend.
Yeah.
So,
but still, if we're going to be in a team together and we're going to be fighting this thing, then we need to kind of be working together in tune.
Yeah. Loch. So Loch walks over with you, and you see Tharena, first of all, is looking at the prisoners list and looking at her. Well, you already know. Looking at her children on the list.
Yeah. So
I'm
just going to reassure her that that I'm going to try and work hard to save them and free them and everybody else that's in there, and that even though we fell out before, that there's no bad feelings or anything. We're just gonna, if we can just put it behind us and just
Thorena's gonna give you a little bit of a wicked smirk and say, "Let's stab him in the dick."
Okay.
Promise?
Well, I'm just gonna find that really funny if I get a chance.
Loch laughs as well, and you three have that moment. Kogo and Moss come over, and as part of their own will, Kogo goes, my team. Now, normally, I'd say we all have a drink beforehand, but because we're up at 4 a.m, that's a bad idea, and Tharion will tell me off.
No.
But
I don't want another hangover like before.
Princess, you had a hangover? I will have to teach you some remedies to not get that. I once had to teach our boy Moss and Loch. You two, I remember. And he just smiles. and is happy to be going along. Your big, bulky barbarian. Aspen just nods to you and said, I've promised to keep to Harel that I keep you safe.
Much appreciated. We'll keep each other safe.
That's your team. Before you leave the room, your big sister will come and give you a hug and go, remember, Team Pow Pow. I may be on the other side, but still, Team Pow Pow. And
do a little dance.
you see Paradita a little bit, she gives you a reassuring smile as she's talking with the Eldracus. And we'll move on to Azalea. What do you do before you leave the room?
Obviously a little bit panicked. Probably going on, that's all it's going to go on. I thought there was maybe 2 or 3 people we had to go save. Wow. How are we going to do this? Little bit on the nervous side.
I will say, Arina sees you panicking and puts her hand on your shoulder and says, don't worry. We can do this. Right?
Thanks, Riri.
What?
Got her nickname. We're friends now. We're basically sisters.
She's trying to work out how you're basically sisters, and she knows it's through Farida and just... Okay.
Yep.
Look, there's a lot that we're going to have to do, and we'll work together and do this. Asta walks over, and Dan and Rev have a little bit of a chat before walking over. Arina says, obviously, we're all going to support each other, and we're going to help as much as we can. Right, Azalea?
Yes. Except I've got a bit lazy, and my magic and stuff is kind of very limited.
That's okay, don't worry. We're here to support you. And I apologize for Tharion's pronunciation of your name. Just leave him be.
Yeah, I didn't think it was the best time to speak up.
It's fine. He's been under a lot of pressure planning this, and we're gonna have a good time. Well, I'm not gonna say we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna do the best we can to help as many people as we can. Well, at least we're supported by Eldracus' squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Just wondering, how will we know what scrolls we're picking up?
We'll have a look. We'll... Give me a second. And she goes over to Farida for a sec and goes, Sis?
Sis?
You got that bag thing, right? From the maze, the bag that stores things?
Yeah.
Can we borrow it for getting the scrolls?
Of course. Of course.
And she now has the bag of holding. I'll still leave it on your character sheet, Vicky, but she's now got it. She walks over and says, this thing can carry a ton of shit. Sorry, language. This thing can carry a lot of stuff, including as many scrolls as we need to take. We don't know how many scrolls that are in there, but anything we need to take can go in here. That sound good, Azzy?
Yeah, Yeah. Can we practice for a little bit?
What do you want to practice?
I don't know. It sounds like it's going to be pretty dark and dingy, and, I'm not really good at projecting light.
Bear with me a moment. I just need to check. Does Arina then just clicks, and you see these beautiful, like wisps of light dancing around you. Don't worry, I can do this if it needs to be. This is her cantrip that you'll see on a character sheet called Dancing Lights.
Cool.
Okay, so she's got that if you need it.
Yeah, I mean, I do have light cantrip. I'm just, want to practice using it a few times. It's fine. So yeah, I don't know. We sit in the corner, practicing small cantrips and things to help.
Yep.
Where I can.
And she'll help you and go through stuff with you as you practice. So now we go back to Tharion. Is there anything you do before you head to sleep?
Yes, I do need to have a quick conversation with the High Queen.
Okay. As you head to the High Queen, you see two people exiting her meeting chambers. You see Countess Ellandra Buttercup, and you see Taggo.
I'll just sort of, give the both a sort of the small smile and bow as they pass.
Taggo goes, "You really should check your pockets."
Interesting. I'll check my pockets before I go through.
You have 6 Eldritch dice.
Oh, goodness.
I'll show you the Eldritch dice. I do actually have the images for these. And this will be in one of your pockets.
Oh, excuse me.
They are from unknown origin.
Okay.
And in the other pocket, you find an engagement ring and a wedding ring. And they continue to walk away unless you want to stop one of them.
I guess I just sort of watch them walk away and wonder if they sort of, do they turn back or no?
She turns back and gives you a wink, and she's still in that outfit from earlier, by the way.
I see. I think I do my best to suppress a blush before I head through for my royal meeting.
Tharion, take a seat.
I will do as I am bid.
How can I help?
I wanted to make some inquiries before the coming events with reference to the events in the prison. Did it happen before you, or was it between visits?
Between visits, I was discussing some information with Ellandra and Taggo when it happened.
I see. I did have a question with reference to one of the prisoners.
My brother?
Very astute of you, Your Grace.
Ask away.
When your brother is released from the prison, where does that leave things with the standing of the line of succession for both yours and the Unseelie courts?
My court remains the same. I am still married to my husband. The Unseelie, it depends. So it would be Mirror next, and then Nita. If both abdicate, then it would go to my brother.
I see. And other than, if you'll pardon my directness in saying so, the sheer spite displayed, which seems to be so characteristic of your sister, why would your brother be imprisoned? Would you know?
He was against the war. He was against her ideas. He tried reasoning with her. She did not like what he had to say. And like you all, like you all with so many of the people that are in there, I didn't forget him. I thought he was dead during the war. Like poor Paradita did with her father.
I see. Thank you for indulging me with this information. I shall do all within my power to return your brother safely to you.
Thank you. And my nephew.
Of course.
And nieces, it seems. My sister's been a very... How do I put this cleanly? I can't. My sister has been very busy.
If you'll forgive the impertinence in saying so, it is well that she is of the Unseelie, for it does appear to be doing a superb job as acting as a lady of the night.
She laughs and goes, very true. Very true.
Then I shall take up no more of your time, Your Grace. I hope to meet you later on tomorrow with success greeting you.
I will also... We are setting up some camps in the woods for those who come back through that need healing.
A wise precaution.
There is a lot of things that we'll have set up ready. Hopefully we can help them. Are you practicing Trev?
No, I'm just sorting out the sharpshooter thing.
I'm immediately shot at a 24 to hit.
Okay, and that is...
But it didn't work.
That is you, Tharion.
At that point, I shall take my leave and do my best to quiet my mind with the time that I have my meditation, and
We'll stop you there for your trance. And we'll nip over to Eldracus. What do you do before you go to sleep?
I am going. I will. I will go. I will. For God's sakes, I'll get it out yet. I will go and see Lady Suloce.
So you head to the library?
I will.
And you'll see her there studying.
Okay.
Hi Eldracus. How can I help?
Actually, it is I to see if I can help you.
The spell that she is... So she's already learned dispel magic. The spell that she's currently learning is the one that you've put enchantment next to, which is Geas. As you can see her studying that one.
Mm-hmm. As an enchanter, she's really good at the enchantment spells.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And I will just help if I can in any particular way. If I think that I'm going to be in the way, then I will just excuse myself and leave her to it. But if not, I will assist however I can.
You see on the other side of the table, Duchess Linaria Anua learning some spells, and Prince Klaus Dalby doing very much the same as what you're doing, and he just gives you a nod. And you assist them learning those spells.
Okay.
Before... Thank you for your help, Eldracus.
pleasure is mine.
You know in the list that Duchess Lunaria Anua wasn't in there. However, she's still learning spells. It's up to you if you ask her any questions or anything.
It would just be general sort of, like, how are you feeling? What are your thoughts in the up and coming mission? Like things like that, because we're all here in the know.
Mm-hmm.
And it would just be to.
So they would tell you that they're part of the outside the portal defences. Are both Duchess Lunaria Nua and Prince Klaus Dalby. Caz'ada will tell you that she's a little nervous. Sidebar question, Tharion, did you tell Caz'ada about her brother?
No, at this stage I had not. That is something I would have liked to have done actually before I tranced.
Okay.
But
well, you can do
it. Yeah, I don't think I'd do it if it was going to intrude on those two.
Mhm. Okay.
I think I might have, went to go and do it before I went to trance and saw the two of them and thought, you know what, I will let them have their time.
Oh, how nice of you. So she just tells you she's a little nervous, but she's excited to be going to level 1 with you because that's where she believes that's where on the list her sister is. And then you finish in the library and you head to your rooms. Obviously, you'll all feed your pets now that you all have so many pets. Anything else that you want to do, or is that you, Eldracus?
No, that's pretty much it. Because I'm not a wizard per se, so I don't really have any like preparation wise that I would need to do. So that would be it. I probably wouldn't sleep very well, but we're not quite there yet.
Okay, we'll move to Princess Farida. What do you do before bed? Obviously, you're going to feed your pets.
Well, yeah, the many. Yeah,
the
and
many pets.
Well, that's important. Well, I mean, Farida's clumsy, so she's probably going to want to do some practicing, right?
You join Arina and Azalea practicing for a bit. Then Arina drags you back to your room, saying that we will need to get some sleep. You play with your many pets.
Yeah.
And
she knows it's important.
She does. When you are heading to your room, Loch will escort you, being the gentleman that he is, to outside the chamber, and then he'll go to his own room.
Little kiss and a cuddle.
Aww. In public.
Scandal.
I know.
It's very late. There's probably nobody there. Oh, I don't know.
Apart from Arina, who will see. It's fine. She won't say anything. And I guess that'll be you because you've got more time to sleep. Azalea, I assume that you're gonna head to bed after practicing. Is that right? Or is there anything else you want to do beforehand?
I think I'm going to go to my room, but probably not go to bed. I'm going to pull a few books out to try and remember a few simple things and stuff.
Orchards has left you a few books to help you prepare.
Yeah. and just obviously like keep practicing small things like little cantrips and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
When it's after a while, she will say to you, "You need to get your rest if you're going to be up at 4 a.m."
Fine.
Good girl. I will say, so that will be you. Tharion, before you sleep, there is a knock at your door. Lord Willows hands over a token. I believe you already know what that is. And says, I don't think I need it. There you go. And that is the one that we discussed earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Engagement ring.
Yes!
Yes.
Well, you didn't even like it. You mocked it.
I didn't mock it.
You did. You said, ow. Ow.
I said, okay, fine.
Miss Okay Fine is such a lovely answer to an engagement. So that is that. So
I thank him. Oh shit, that's wrong. There. I thank him for his contribution, and wish him well, and then go back to prep.
are you giving that over to Nita, or are you keeping that for yourself?
So, come the morning, I will be giving Nita a grand total of 15 tokens.
Right, can you message me which ones you give Nita and which ones you keep?
The black hair feather pins, and 5 of the Eldritch dice.
Okay.
And even without those, I still have 8 on my person.
So, sorry, give me a second. So, Team Nita gets
15.
Okay, and you know that Princess Farida has kept hers. So if you mark those as ones that your team has, and do the math for me.
Yep. 1 moment.
So Team Nita has, again...
Oh, for God's sakes, I'm going to mute myself for a bit.
That's okay. So give me the numbers in a sec when you're ready.
I think we have 12 on our team. Do you need me just to name them all, or...?
No, just 12 for Team Tharion, and how many for Nita again?
15.
15, beautiful. Thank you. Makes it easier if I just put numbers.
Actually, we have 14 if we count our titles.
Would you be willing to give up your flawless title, Farida, for this?
Oh, well, if it's going to help, yeah.
There we go, 14. Good girl. Alright, so we head to the morning. Now, we will start with Tharion, of course, because, well, first of all, the Conclave arrives at a stupid o'clock in the morning before all of you awaken. I hope you've all, if you've had a chance, I have already posted Conclave 10, which has the picture of Ellandra front and centre in the outfit that makes Tharion sweat. Farida finds out that Loch kind of didn't share the victory and just let her have it. People found out what Eldracus did with a penguin, and people find out that Azalea's engagement's off. So she's a single Pringle once again. And we'll head to Tharion. So you awaken nice and early on your 4 hours trance. What does Tharion do before heading out?
I think he's just going through all of his details and plans and just making sure that everything is as accounted for as it possibly can be.
Okay, that's you then. Eldracus, anything else that you do in the morning? After your 4 hours
wait, tell
sorry.
a lie. Tell a lie, I do think one. If Lady Suloce is awake at this hour, I would seek her out and let her know about her brother.
Okay, she is awake. So are the other ladies, because they are doing their prep. Lady Suloce is getting ready. Oh, Tharion, hello.
Good morning, Lady Suloce. Might I have a word in private?
Anything that you say to me, you can say in front of them. I trust them.
It is gratifying to hear, but it is of a personal nature rather than a professional one.
Okay. She goes with you. What's wrong?
There is nothing wrong. It's simply a matter of information that I feel you should know. It is only right that you know. And I didn't wish to intrude upon your time with Lord Farinoll last evening.
Give me a perception check, please.
Mm-hmm. Hutta! 27, just a cool 27.
She's blushing.
I am glad that you are getting on as well as you are. It is gratifying to see.
Thank you.
It has been brought to our attention that Count Stem Buttercup has actually not been with us for some time. This has been somebody who has been enchanted and replaced him. You'll forgive me for being so blunt and direct with this information, but this was your brother.
What?
Indeed, I recognise this cannot be easy to hear, but last night the prisons were sprung. We anticipate that the prisoners will be at this prison, probably to guard it. I will, of course, be instructing people to bring them alive. We are currently of the belief that his mind has been twisted and turned against him by the Unseelie Queen. However, if you know your potential paramour in Lord Farinoll, you should know that it is a road that can be walked back from.
She nods. And she's assessing her head. She's trying to remain brave. And I remember we were leaving. And then that bitch. Sorry, I apologize. My language.
I will not speak of this with others, have no fear.
Parts of my... I haven't thought of him in years, and parts of my memories are a little hazy, and... And she starts, and it's as if, like, her memories have come back. You feel this as well, that overnight that the memories that you have of Jasminium and Lord Arch have come back. Like, all your memories from it. She's had to think of these things, and they've come back from not only her sister, but Zivro, her brother. She goes, if you get to him first, even if you have to knock him out, which may have to happen, please bring him back to me. I haven't seen him since he was 5, and she took him. She took my brother from me.
I will do everything in my power to undo this most grievous injury against your person, my lady.
Thank you. From what I understand, don't think it was just the Queen. She may hate my family for leaving, but I think Tharion probably helped as well to twist him.
Well, if you'll pardon the expression, wherever the unruly pup trots, there is sure to be excrement to follow. I wouldn't be surprised to hear of Vitorion's involvement.
She gives you a hug because no one else is round. Thank you for telling me this, Tharion. It means a lot.
Of course, it is, as always, my pleasure to be of service. With all that said and done, I shall leave you with your thoughts and preparations, and I'm sure I'll be hearing from you in my head before too long.
Yes. You're one of the ones that I'm hoping to have the telepathic link to.
Of course.
Hint, Trev, hint. And you finish getting ready and everything with your many, many plans. You probably go to the aviary and feed your birds before heading down?
Absolutely.
Yep. Okay.
And to top it all off, what I'll do, just to keep it, to sort of keep us abreast, is that if the birds will sort of follow us on our adventure, where if they spot reinforcements coming in the distance, they'll start to create a squawking cacophony before returning back. So we have a bit of forewarning, if nothing else.
Where are you placing them? Are you placing them in the Fae Woods or prison?
Fae Woods.
Thank you very much. Okay, so you head down to the woods, ready to meet the others outside. We'll move to Eldracus. What do you do before heading out on your 4 hours of trance?
Again, not a great deal. As far as I am aware, there isn't anything left for me back in the Unseelie. Not anymore. And the only things that are important to me back in the Unseelie are I am going to retrieve very shortly. So as far as he's concerned, he is that's it. He's not a member of the Unseelie as far as he is concerned. Even though he technically still is, but in his head he isn't. At least not under its current regime. That may change, of course. But because of that, he doesn't have any sort of moral obligation to do anything for the Unseelie. The princess, perhaps. Probably Princess Mira. So I guess you'll go and see Princess Mira.
He lets you into the kind of middle chamber. Ah, Eldracus. And you see Nita and Rero gathering the tokens ready to take. We're just about to head out to the woods. Are you okay?
Of course. I was just making sure that you had everything and there was no assistance that I could render before we part and embark on this unsought-after quest, we'll say.
My sister and my beloved will be keeping the portal open for you both. We thank you for your assistance with the tokens. I will be helping the defense. We've got healers on hand. We've got defenses on hand in case anything happens, which She is a vengeful. You know what? We're in pleasant company. My mother is a vengeful bitch. We know that she may be up to something, but hopefully everything goes swimmingly and nothing bad happens.
As always, plan for the best, or plan for the worst, but expect the best. Very well. I will leave you to your preparation.
Before
and
you go,
good luck.
good luck. I know you need it as well. And soon, you'll be reunited with them.
I will not smile until we are back safe with everyone.
Well, then you better get going.
And I'll make my my departure bows, etc. And I will head for the gathering place.
Okay.
And I'll head by Lady Suloce. Excuse me. Suloce place, just to see if I happen to time it right where they are coming out. I will walk with them. If not, then I won't bother them, and I will just continue on my way.
You walk with Lady Suloce, and you head to the woods together. We'll go to Farida first. Are you doing anything on your 8 hours of sleep before you, when you wake up? Also, so all of you will get your memories back from those who were in the prison, if you had any. So before we move to Farida, is there anything with those memories that you want to do with Eldracus when he realizes he can access them again?
No.
Okay.
The way that he is at the minute, right? He may be putting on kind of a brave face, right? But he is really looking forward to getting his family back, and he is focused very much on that goal.
You can tell she's focused on the same goal, but for her family and yours. So we move to Farida on your 8 hours of sleep, unlike the gentleman who only need 4. You are awakened by Arina. Of course you are.
Hey, sis.
Yep. And Adam, you're first. Next is RL. It's time.
Ready for this. We can do it.
Come on. And she grabs your hands and you go wake up Errol, who at first tries to hit you with a pillow, and then Arina goes, nope, you're helping heal people in the woods in one of the tents. Get up. She goes, fine. It's 4 a.m. Yeah, I know. You went to bed early, you should be fine. You all get ready. Your handmaidens. Alto is, I believe, on Team Tharion.
Mm-hmm.
And the other 2 will be helping with defences outside. So there's other assistants from the High Fae that come in to look after your pets while you are gone. Anything else that you want to do with your sisters before you head out to the woods?
I don't think so. Just getting ready, like preparing and making sure stay in the zone kind of thing.
Okay. You all get ready. You have your little getting ready montage, and you head out to the woods. The trifecta of you, and then RL goes into one of the tents to prepare to heal whoever comes out. And then we move to the final one on our list, Azalea.
Hello.
Hello. Anything that you do before you head out on your 8 hours of sleep?
Well, plus an hours because I'm reading a little bit. But yeah, I
will say awakens you because she knows otherwise you'll sleep in.
Yeah. Last night, I'm going to say that I asked Ghost to find me an outfit with plenty of pocket room.
Mm-hmm.
So that if I find anything on the way that could help, like, with, like, potions and, like, flowers and stuff and things.
So, keep that in mind for when you get outside the portal, because the pockets will help,
Yeah.
potentially, if they give you some of their contraband.
Cool.
And I'm speaking to you, Tharion and Farida. You know what you have. Right, so you get ready. You see Loch and Aster getting ready as well.
Yeah.
Aster goes, are we ready? Loch just nods.
Yeah. As ready as we can be.
Let's go rescue some people.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready to go.
And you head out as the trifecta of you, and Loch branches off to go over to Farida. Before you go through, Farida and Tharion, you have loads of vials. Do you give any of them to Team Eldracus and Azzy, or do you keep them all for yourself, like the greedy people you are?
We
Hold up, vials.
Yes, you two.
Vials as in...
Do you not remember from the afternoon tea?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's split them. Let's split them 50-50.
Okay, so if you want to... Yes, the potions. So, remind me again. How many potions do you have? Each of you?
It's on Discord here somewhere. I don't know where.
There was quite a lot, wasn't there?
There was quite a
There
lot.
was a hell of a lot,
like
actually.
40-something or something. Stuff like that.
So... Which ones
I don't know what they all did, though.
So you instructed certain people to go and procure them for you. And it was...
Mm-hmm.
I cannot remember which ones you got. I was hoping you'd mark them on your character sheets. I'm guessing neither of you did.
No. Well,
No.
I didn't.
I believe one
I know some of them were like weird things like
stripping.
Stripping,
Ha, Eldracus, sorry.
teleporting.
You just couldn't help yourself, could you?
I couldn't, no. So you hand some portions over. What I will do then for that one is... Let's see. If you can remember how many they are, I'll just... Because I remember there was set ones you were instructing them to get. Let's see, can I remember where it was?
I'm sure it was written down somewhere, wasn't it?
I thought I just sent you the numbers, didn't I?
I think we've written it down, though, didn't we? What each one was.
We did. I did write it down what each one was, but not the numbers.
Oh, hang on. I've got it here. At least for my lot, I got 17 plus 19.
Let's see if I can find out how many you got, Vicky. I will... Because I believe... Did I tell you on Facebook? Where did I tell you yours? Before that. Ah.
Oh, it's all written down in private
There we
messages.
go. 47.
All the different...
You have
all
47.
the different ones do.
Yes, and I've given you a list of all the different ones. You pick out what the 47 are and hand over as many as you want to either Azzy or Eldracus and just let them know which ones they are. Please, both of you. I will send you the list of what they all are again. Jim?
I have the list. I'm looking right at it.
Okay, if you two want to decide which ones you keep and which ones you don't.
Which, as he says to Arina, thank you, but can I make sure there's no frog one in there, please? I still croak once in a while in my throat.
You say that to Farida, you mean? Because it's, So, while you two are sorting that out...
I think for mine, I would have apportioned it of the 36. If possible, there would have been 30 of the Misty Step.
Okay.
And 6 of the Complete Truth for 1 hour. And we have 30 prisoners. Therefore, apportioning it between the groups, there will be 15 to each group of Misty Step so that a prisoner can consume it and start to escape.
Okay, so you give the 15. Who are you giving it to in Team Azalea?
8 to Eldracus, 7 to Azzy.
There you go. If you want to put that down for your Misty Step.
And it'll be the same for Farida and myself. 8 to myself, 7 for Farida.
Okay. Farida.
So I've got 7 Misty Step.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's have a look. Farida, what ones did you want to use? You might want some silvery barbs.
Yeah. Well, I suppose the ones that are most useful probably
So you
invisibility.
So there's 30
Might
prisoners, so you might want to use... So how many did I say you have?
47, was it?
47. So if you want to do 30 of yours as invisibility... And give half to Team Azalea to divvy out between them, and then you divvy out the others between you and Tharion, the invisibility ones. And then you still have 16, because it was 46, wasn't it, you got?
What about, you said silvery barbs, didn't you?
Yeah, silvery barbs is a good one as well, that you might need.
5, 10, 15, so if you do 5 of each. 5 of those and then 5 of something else.
So
and then another 5.
5 silvery barbs. Are you keeping them yourself, or are you giving any away?
I'll give 2 to them.
So you two can mark down a portion of silvery barbs each. And do you give 1 to Tharion?
Yeah.
Yep, Tharion, you get 1, so you've got 2.
2 of those, yeah.
Please mark them down, guys. Tharion, this includes you. And let's have a look at the other ones that you've got.
What about giant strength? Would that be worth?
You can give the giant
strength.
strength.
I wouldn't need that because
I've
got a pretty strong guy on my team anyway.
You do. It's up to you if you want some extra Misty Step ones or extra silvery barbs, because silvery barbs is good. Or Jim, you can mention any to Vicky that you think that would help.
The truth one's quite an interesting one, isn't it?
Yeah, I've already stockpiled the truth ones for interrogation / trial afterwards. The ones for giant strength, do we know what type of giant it is?
I believe it was giant hill strength.
Hill. Which one's hill? Trev, do you remember? I think hill's like one of the weaker giants, isn't it?
It's 21, I think.
21. Okay.
Which wouldn't do anything to the big boy.
Yeah. Okay. Do, 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 do.
Mind reading?
Misty Step, I think, is probably really helpful.
So probably the rest of
I think,
yours.
or invisibility as well. Just if you're getting really wounded and need to get out.
So do you want 11 on invisibility and then divvy them out? Vic.
That makes sense. Yeah, why not?
Yep. Okay, so I'm guessing you hand over 5 over to the other team.
Mhm.
And then 3 each for you and Tharion.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. If you want to note those down, guys, please do. And then as you head through the portal, please can you all roll initiative for all of your characters.
Just check, that's
All of
15
them.
invisible plus 5 more invisible, so it's 20 invisible altogether.
No,
Me and Trev.
including Jim's ones, did you say?
I didn't give any invisibility.
No, so Thingy gave us 15 at the beginning, and then just then you gave her some more. She gave us 5 more.
It was Misty Step.
Okay, so it's 7 invisible for me, 8 invisible for Trev. So 8 Misty Step, plus the 5 more which got between us.
So it's 5 invisibility that she gave over, so one of you will get 3 and one will get 2.
Oh, okay, fine. Get the 2 then. Trev got the 3. Perfect.
So please roll initiative for all the characters that you have.
What was that? I've got 3 of invisibility. Was that?
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Right. Okay.
Wake up.
Are we going into doing it one by one, or just so it's not confusing?
If you go into them one by one and roll initiative, go ahead.
Who's going first, or does it matter?
It doesn't make the size of the difference.
It doesn't matter. Just go one by one and do your initiative.
Okay.
Ooh, nice. Let me know when you've rolled all of yours. Get to roll 5. All Jim's are rolled.
Must be all mine done.
Right, it's my turn now.
Well, you just keep
We get
rolling
confused
yours.
at all.
Don't worry, just roll yours. There's some that still haven't been rolled.
Yeah, I haven't done mine.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
That's mine.
Vicky, you still have Aspen, Loch, and Kogo.
Yeah, my screen seems to have frozen.
It's just Fantasy Grounds is doing a lot because there's a lot of players and a lot on the combat tracker, and it just slows things down a bit. So it'll
Right.
catch up. Don't worry.
Yep.
Got to wait for it to click on it, and it's just taking a while.
It will. It'll catch up.
Let me know when the map loads up for all of you as well, because I've started sharing it.
I've got the map.
You've got the map, cool. Okay, Jim's got the map.
I do too.
Vicky.
No, it's not. It's black for me.
It should be black apart from your 5 characters. Do you want me to roll your last 2, Vicky, or do you want to still roll them?
I think it's just Pogo, isn't it, that I haven't rolled?
You haven't rolled Loch?
Oh no, gotta keep forgetting about him. How bad am I?
Shocking.
But yeah, the map's still black.
She keeps thinking that she's in the kitchen making a dinner.
Those guinea pigs are squeaking like mad. You're going crazy. If you can hear squeaking, that's what it is.
Do you want me to roll those ones for you? Are you okay to do them?
Yeah, it's not letting me click on them. I don't know if it's just frozen. It just won't let me click on anything now.
I did that a minute ago, but then caught up.
It will eventually catch up. Right, let's go all the way to the top of initiative. Okay, so let's start with you. So he will. So each squad has been given someone who's going to be assisting them. So this is the one for Eldracus and Azaleas that's going to be doing a little bit of attacking first. If that worked, and it didn't. Why are you not working?
Well, what are you trying to do?
I'm trying to drop the attack roll on something that's on the map and it's not letting me.
It might be because it's not visible in the combat tracker.
Oh, okay, that'll be why.
If it won't let you drop it on the map, then just drop it on the combat tracker rather than the token on the map.
It's probably why, actually. I will leave him until he needs to attack then. And I will move to Caz'ada. It's you.
Lady Suloce. Okay. Right, so what is it that I can see here right now? So just
if you go forward, that's where the door is to the prison.
Is it like round the corner, or is it that?
Straight up, and then you'll see it.
Right, okay. So she has a movement of 30, so I will move. You've got the token lock on.
I don't know how to undo that.
Right, so top right-hand corner of the map, you've got the toggle toolbar underneath the X, right?
If I click accept, does it let you? There you go.
It will, yeah. So in there is options on the right-hand side. That one of them will be token lock. It's one of the bottom couple. One of them is stick to grid. One of them is token lock.
Add wall. Where's that? Bottom. Which bottom bit?
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. It is right. You know where the
movement lock mode. So
yes, that's the one. Right. So just untick it and then.
I think I've done it.
Right. Okay. Let me give this. Yeah. Right, there we go. Right. All good.
So there is some guards in there. So
Right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So you should be able to see 4 guards. Give me a second. Because for some reason you can't see any of my guards. I'm just going to show all the guards. I'm sorry for how many there are.
Tell me yourself.
Because that's probably why he wasn't able to attack all of them. So you're going to see the combat tracker fill up, guys. I'm very sorry.
There is a quicker way. If you want to just show everyone, or are you wanting to do it in like rooms or things like that?
I was going to do it in rooms, but I'm just going to
right,
show
then
all
just
the
do
guards.
it in rooms. Oh, I see the god too. Then I definitely wouldn't be going that far up. Or would I? Yeah, I would. So just let us know when all of your gods are visible. We can crack.
There's going to be a lot in a compact tracker. I apologise now. So, can you see 4 guards in that room?
From where my token is, I can see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things. One's in the doorway, one's near the back of the room, and then the others are in the hallway leading away.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So, where's the grid? I'm partly on a square. Right, there we go. Is that right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I've gone too. Oh.
5. Hey, it's not your character's
Why?
turn.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Eldracus is.
Garvey, obviously.
Right, there we go. There we go. Lady Suloce. Right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right, I can only get to there. That's 30 on the score. Right, okay. So, when she gets up close to there, she is going to cast darkness.
Okay.
Okay.
When, as someone has seen you get to the door, they were holding a action. So they are gonna... Still not letting me do this. You know what? I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's because he's hidden. See if that works. Should let me. No, it's not. How weird. It's not letting me.
What's the problem?
It's not letting me just drop a dice on one of the ones. So, can you see? Is one of them number 1? Guard 1.
God, 41, God,
41,
42.
42, 44, and 43.
41 is in that room.
Yes.
Okay.
41 is next to the doorway. The ones in the room is 43 and 44 that are at the back edge of the room.
So it's 41 that you can attack. Awesome. He will...
The one closest to me is 42.
Good to know. He will go after 42 then.
I'm too far away. Right.
There we go. Nope. Never mind. Automatic miss. Just like the old days for him. Returns to... He did not hit. So with
Okay.
his held action, so you cast darkness.
Yes, as the drow ability, I will cast darkness, which is a 15-foot sphere. So what we're going to do is we are going to make it.
Who did she put Reri's telepathic bond on before as a spell?
It would have been because Rari's telepathic bond.
8 people.
Me. Yeah. So, in order to keep everybody in sync, it would have been at least one person for each group.
Okay. Would this include? So 1 person per group. Would it have included anyone on the outside of the portal, considering it's still all in the Fae plane?
Yes, because we would need information from them to make sure that they're okay, or we need to hurry back, or whatever.
Okay, so Suloce herself. I assume.
So let's say Suloce, me, basically all of the players here.
Tharion. Okay, you still have 3 more. So I assume Mira and not Nita or Ryro, because they're concentrating on the portal.
Well, it would have been like her choice, not Eldracus's. So, but it would have been at least 1 person in every group, as well as the people that are at the portal.
Okay, I'm gonna. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Right, I've got all 8 that are in the mine link.
Okay.
Right. So please mark that off, because you would actually. Is it a ritual for the mind link, or is it?
No, it's not.
No. Please, can you mark the spell off for her?
Yes, absolutely.
Brilliant. Okay, and she'll have done that before you guys headed in. So she casts darkness.
Yeah, and she will put it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will make it a bit easier. Wow, you must have a very full combat tracker.
I do.
Yes.
I apologise, but
no, don't apologise. Right, so I will give this.
Partially blame Jim, because he wanted more people for each of you. Okay.
Right, so I will place it there because it covers those 2 if they have any ranged attacks. It also means that the people down the corridor can't see
what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Is that her turn?
Yep, she has done everything that she can, so that is going to be her.
Okay. This person is not going to do an attack, but they will give. Remind me, for Bardic Inspiration. What does it go up by? Like, how many can you use? Is it level or charisma modifier?
It is your charisma modifier.
Okay, so this person's. So it means that they can use 7 per day. And what D would it be?
What level is she?
12.
That is a D10.
Okay, thank you very much. They will. Tharion, you feel something. Can you give me an Arcana check with advantage to see if you know who this is from? Now, although they are completely, you can't see them, you know that magic. You know that it's Ellandra's giving you a bardic inspiration. That, as we just discovered, is a D10.
Okay. It says D8 in the tracker, though.
If you have a... I know, it's just... But it is a D10.
Okay, cool.
Okay. I will... See if it'll let me edit there. It's not letting me, so... Yeah, just D10.
Okay.
Right. And that's all she will do, because she will just be follow it actually 5. Right. This lock thing is not working very well, and it's just done something very weird to the map.